Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Vlogmas 2021. I had this idea of telling you guys some cool ideas of what to get for the holidays, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you decide to celebrate, or if you're just doing like a Secret Santa kind of thing. I thought I would give you guys some really cool ideas of things to get people. A lot of these are ideas that I've had personally of things that I really would love to have for Christmas, but there's also a lot of ideas in here of just cool items to get in general for anybody really. I hope you guys find this helpful, or maybe you take a little bit of inspiration, especially since it's getting down to the wire now because Christmas is coming really soon. So I thought that you guys could maybe use a little help. So here are my ideas. So the first thing that is on my list is vinyls. So I personally love collecting vinyls. I just got a record player and some speakers actually last Christmas, and I really love using my record player, and also just kind of having my vinyls up on the wall I just think is so much fun. Any vinyl will do, but yeah, for your record player or collecting loving friend or family member, this is a great idea. My second idea is a makeup remover towel. So I think it's called the Magic Eraser, and this is just so life-changing. I have a friend who I would see her take off her makeup, and she would only use microfiber towels to clean her face off and get the makeup off. And I used to just sit there with like makeup remover liquid and a little cotton round, and I used to just like put a little bit of that liquid on and wipe off the makeup, and it would just, I felt like it was so wasteful, and there just had to be a better way to do it. But I swear by the makeup eraser now. It's literally the only thing that I use, and then I wash my face afterwards. But seriously, if you have a friend who's into makeup, get them the makeup eraser. It is incredible. Another one that I think is really useful is a K-cup organizer or an espresso pod organizer. Another gift that I got a while back is an espresso machine. And I know a lot of people have their own coffee makers and coffee machines, so they don't have to spend money on takeout coffee. But I would realize that I would keep getting these pods, but then I had nowhere to put them, and they would just take up so much space in like my cabinet. And so having some kind of organization like system or some type of an organizer is just so helpful, especially when you don't want to take up a bunch of space in your cupboards, or just have them kind of laying out or just in like a jar. Okay, this might be a little weird. This might just be me because I love animals, but I thought that a fish tank would be kind of cool. I don't know, maybe you guys will think I'm weird for this, but I've had fish for quite a while, and I think they're really just like a fun thing to have in your space. And I don't know, I mean, I know that there's a lot of other things that come with having a fish tank, but I just think it'd be such a cool gift if you're able to do this for somebody who is either really into like marine life, or they just can't afford to have like a larger pet like a cat or a dog, or maybe they just really like fish. But it'd be so cool if you got them like a fish tank, and then maybe they could pick out which fish they want and maybe some rocks or something. Kind of a unique idea, but a fun one at that. So this one kind of goes with the first idea that I had with the collecting vinyls. I'm going to be moving soon, and I keep thinking about how I'm going to be laying out my future apartment, and I really love the idea of collecting those vinyls, like I said, but then also having like the wooden slats or just the clear slats. They even have like the long, really long ones that you can put up on the wall, and you can display all of your vinyls like artwork. Like how cool would it be if like during Christmas time you had a bunch of Christmas vinyls, and then you could just put all of the vinyls up on the wall, and it would just look so beautiful and so festive. And then you can switch it for like, say it was Halloween, or for, I don't know, your like a party or something, and then you can put up whichever specific vinyls that you want to be displayed, just to kind of go with your room theme. So this next one is really functional, but also a really cool way to just wear something unique and maybe get something that you don't necessarily buy for yourself. And this idea is to get merch. So I have a lot of specific YouTubers that I really like, and also just people in general who have merch from different areas of interest that I have. And I think that this is just such a fun way to give somebody something that's specific to them that they wouldn't necessarily buy for themselves. So this one is one that is really also kind of unique, but everybody has one. I don't have one, and I've wanted one for quite a while, but this idea is a bookshelf. A lot of people tend to read digitally. I tend to also kind of read digitally, but I have the few really special books to me that I would love to be able to display in my space. And I feel like a bookshelf is something that you can kind of design it to your liking. You can put plants on it. You can have books that are just sitting on the shelf, horizontally and vertically, even like in a cool color scheme or whatever you want to do. But just being able to design a bookshelf is really fun for a space, and it also adds a lot of character. My next idea is a jewelry organizer. So again, this is something that I don't have and I would really like to have. I really like this idea, obviously, because I think everybody can relate to having necklaces and bracelets get tied up, and just it's so frustrating to have to untangle them and to have them just be kind of a mess when they should be displayed really pretty and be something that you look forward to kind of picking out whenever you want to wear certain jewelry. So this is definitely on my list. Also, to second that idea is a travel jewelry organizer. So I have one myself and I absolutely love it. I think it's just like one of the best things ever if you're on the go and you still want to have jewelry with you, whether you're going to a nice event or if you're going on vacation or staying at a friend's house, whatever you're doing, you can just carry this little travel jewelry organizer with you, and it's so amazing. I can link the one that I have below just so you guys can actually see what that looks like. It's very affordable, and also just it comes in different colors, and it's so nice to have. Another idea I had is getting somebody perfume. So I also have this, but I always love experimenting with new fragrances just because I think it's really nice to kind of play around and find which ones that you really like and which ones you gravitate toward. And also having some options is nice as well. So this one's a little pricier, but I think that this is such a good gift. As long as people don't take this the wrong way, but an electric toothbrush. I have an electric toothbrush and it's such a game changer. I use mine every single day. I remember the first time using it after just using like manual toothbrushes and thinking that it felt so much cleaner in my mouth. It felt like I just got out of like a dentist's appointment where they do like the full cleaning of your mouth. And also, if you know somebody who already has an electric toothbrush, a really good stocking stuffer idea is the toothbrush heads, because a lot of people don't buy that for themselves, or they'll just keep using the same one over and over again. So another thing on my list is AirPods. And yes, I know that these can be a little spendier, but I think if somebody's really meaningful to you and you're able to afford this gift, I think this is such an excellent one. I work remotely, so I'm constantly in meetings, I'm constantly listening to music and audio. Even when I'm able to travel again, I'm going to be listening to a lot of podcasts, watching movies. I love the idea of not having that dangling cord. It's just pesky and frustrating, and I love the little travel carrier case. I know there's a few different types of AirPods that are out now. It's just such a practical gift, and also something that people don't always tend to buy themselves as well. So another thing on my list is an iPad case. I've had an iPad for, I want to say, wow, has it been a year? Maybe a year, I think. I really love my iPad, except when I was buying it, it was quite spendy, and I didn't really pick out the best case because I was like, I'm just gonna go with the cheapest one because I just want to have something protecting it, but it's kind of beat up now and it's just not really in the best shape. So getting a new iPad case that's a little bit nicer would be really cool. Just having a nicer quality one would be really cool, just kind of like an upgrade. So if you have any friends or family members or anyone that just has kind of a beat up case of any kind, even like a phone case or Apple Watches or anything, or iPads or even laptops, I just think cases are so overlooked as gifts and a lot of people need them. So another fun idea I had is plants. So I've loved plants for a really long time, as most people I think also have. Plants really add to a space and just make it look really natural and lively and fun, and I think that plants they just help a space feel so much more like warm. Bouncing off of that idea is grow lights. So I think that these lights are so pretty, but also so practical too for somebody who already really loves plants, especially your friends who are plant obsessed. And basically they have ones where you can either have like the light bulb versions, you can screw the light bulb into an existing light and it'll shine down on your plants, it's kind of emulating like what sunlight would be like for the plants, so you don't have to necessarily put them right next to a window. Something else that's really in right now, I already have these, but I would love a black and white pair, is Nikes, specifically Nike Air Forces, Nike Jordans. So classic and also so comfortable, and they just go with everything. I think the comfier kind of shoes have kind of made a comeback, and so Nikes are always so classic. Another type of shoe wear that I love and I also really want is Doc Martens. Doc Martens, I would argue, are my favorite shoes ever. If you're trying to get somebody that you care about something really nice and something that they'll really use, these are such a good way to go. Also, another idea, I think I've gotten into like the shoe portion of my list, I guess, but platform Converse are also very, very in right now. And I've seen these, you can customize them as well, I've seen online. And obviously Converse are so classic as well. They come in a plethora of colors. You can choose pretty much anything you want, but they have the platform versions now, and they've also gotten like a lot of funky designs coming in. So another idea that I had that is very, very practical and also really good for any friends you have that could be students or people who are athletes or just constantly listening to audio or music or whatever, are subscription services. Spotify Premium is one. Audible is a really good one for your friends who listen to audiobooks. The food kind of subscription boxes are really cool. So like I've heard of like HelloFresh for meals. There's also, I think it's called like Rockbox or Roxbox or something like that. There's jewelry ones, there's ones for pets, but just subscription services. So it's kind of like a gift that keeps on giving, because you're gonna keep on receiving that subscription box however long you subscribe to that person for. So another idea that I had is a steamer. I had no clue what I was missing out on before having a steamer, but I would iron my clothes whenever there were wrinkles, which would just be so annoying because you need the board and the iron. With a steamer, you can literally just hold it in your hand. It takes 2 seconds. They heat up so fast, and you can just get the wrinkles out in literally no time at all. Another fun gift idea for your friends who are really into skincare or spas is a facial steamer. I don't feel like a lot of people have these, but it's just another fun step of my skincare routine that I look forward to. So I have one of these, and there's again like a whole range of different ones. Mine's from Vanity Planet, and I really, really like mine. Another thing that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily get for themselves, so it's a really, really good gift idea. So another idea for your friends that work remotely like I do, or just people that are constantly on their media, is a laptop stand. I just think it's such a good addition to working remotely, because it props my laptop eye level with my monitor so I can see both of my screens at the same time. And it's just super helpful, and also like something that I just hadn't really thought of before as a gift idea, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody get gifted this. So another pretty unique idea that I have is a weighted blanket. So I hadn't heard of this one until my friend started using it, and she was telling me how much she liked it, and then I feel like they kind of picked up. I see them in Target a lot. I've seen them in a few different stores quite a bit, and they're supposed to kind of reduce your anxiety and stress and just help you sleep better. So this is a pretty unique one on my list. I don't know if anybody's said this one yet, but they're called sleep rings, I believe. I know a few people who use these, and they basically track like your sleep, and some of them can track like your mood and just how your body is feeling overall. I'm not sure the technology in this, so don't quote me on this, but apparently it really helps, and it's helped a lot of my friends regulate their sleep schedules a bit more. So another idea on my unique Christmas list is a heated jacket. So this is another thing that I've seen that's kind of gotten popular, but also I'm so fascinated by this. I for sure want one. This is on my personal Christmas list this year. I think for people who are in really cold climates, like for me living in Minnesota, it gets so freezing, and I just think that this would be so nice to have. How can you go wrong with being warmer in the wintertime? So I think I'm gonna end this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is so much fun to just kind of go over the things that I want for Christmas and some items that I think you guys might find unique and maybe just kind of interesting or pique your curiosity. I hope that you guys are having an awesome Vlogmas, and you guys can watch some of my old videos if you kind of want to see what I've been up to during this holiday season. Or if you are too busy but you have time later, feel free to check out my upcoming videos in the following days. Bye everybody, happy Vlogmas!